Hey guys, this is AJ. I'm here to show you how to fix what we call a static IP issue. A static IP issue is where a customer has a Dante device in their studio that has an IP address outside of the IP range of their established Dante network. It's fairly simple to get any device back into the network, and for the sake of understanding how we can use our computer to bring a Dante device back in, I'll go ahead and show you how we can take a device out of the network. Here we have Dante Controller, essentially the command center for any Dante network. This is my own Dante network, consisting of a Red 8 line, a RedNet 1, and a RedNet X2P, all hooked up to a switch. Let's go into device view and see the full details of each device. This is the status tab. Here you'll find important information into each device, such as firmware and software versions, clock data, and most important to the purpose of this video, network information. If I open up the network settings of my computer, we can see that the IP addresses of all my devices, including the network port of my computer itself, are all within the same subnet range. It is helpful to keep in mind that there is actually a variety of reasons why a Dante device's IP address could change without user interaction. One example would be a network that has an internet router connected, which itself is capable of handing out IP addresses. Any Dante devices that are set to obtain their IP address automatically are susceptible to being changed. Let's go into network configuration for the X2P. I'm going to manually configure the IP address of this RedNet X2P to 192.168. The next two values I can choose arbitrarily, as long as they're in between 2 and 254 will be okay. This is because I'm going to make the subnet mask 255.255.0.0. I'm going to click apply and then reboot for the changes to take effect. Now this is usually the point where we on the support team come in. I'm going to close device view and replicate what you could be seeing when getting on TeamViewer with a customer. Dante Controller is capable of recognizing any Dante devices that are physically connected, even if they are set to an IP address outside of the range of their established network. You can clearly identify a static IP issue by the error message that is produced in Dante Controller. If the device isn't popping up at all, as a workaround, we can set the network port of our computer to 1.1.1.1, click apply, and then we should see it pop up in Dante Controller at that point. I'll show you how to find this error message. Here in the device info tab, we can see that the rest of the Dante network is showing properly, except for any items outside of the range. Any devices located outside of the IP range will pop up here in red. We can also open up device view and find the units outside of the range in this drop-down menu as well. When looking at this error message, we need to make clear that this is the current address of the RedNet X2P, and this is the current address of the user's established Dante network. We need to get the network port of this computer within range of the RedNet X2P in order for us to access its network configuration and bring it back within range of the established Dante network. We're going to configure the IP address of this Mac manually and give it an address that's within the same subnet of the X2P. Essentially, what we want to do is keep the first two numbers, 192.168, and choose the next two values arbitrarily, as long as they are between 2 and 254. I'm gonna choose 25145. Click apply, and then we're gonna click refresh in Dante Controller. On a Windows computer, let's navigate to the start menu, click settings, network and internet, Ethernet, change adapter options. This local area network right here is our Dante network. We're gonna go into properties, Internet Protocol version 4. Let's select properties there as well. Our RedNet X2P in this situation is 192.168. The next two values can be chosen arbitrarily. I'll choose 126, 145. Let's make the subnet mask 255.255.0.0, and then click OK. We can now see that our computer is within the same range as the X2P, and now we're able to go into network configuration. Let's set the X2P to obtain its address automatically. Click apply, and then click reboot for the changes to take effect. We can go back into our Mac's network settings, and bring it back into the same range as our Dante network. In this situation, that means bringing it back into DHCP. From here, I will refresh Dante controller, and now we should be able to see all our devices within the correct subnet range. At that point, our job is done. Thank you for watching.